I care about obesity because I am affected by obesity, and over the course of my career, I've been privileged to care for those also affected by obesity.
I'm Dr. Julie Bindeman, a reproductive psychologist, and I care about obesity because of the myths and stigma that are associated with it when it comes to fertility and pregnancy.
I care because patients with obesity should be treated with dignity and respect.
I care because someone that I know is affected by obesity.
Me importa la obesidad porque es una enfermedad crónica que requiere de un tratamiento multidisciplinario, pero más que nada requiere de todos nosotros para prevenirla.
We care about obesity at Form Health. We care about people with obesity, and we stand up against weight bias and weight stigma. We care about increasing access to compassionate and evidence-based medical treatment. We care.
The dietitians at the MGH Weight Center believe that every individual deserves quality care.
I care because I have family members who are affected by obesity. My daughter battles obesity disease daily. And with Fujifilm, our MR and CT equipment accommodates patients of larger size. I only hope that one day all patients will have access to the appropriately sized equipment for their body habitus.
I care because obesity is the #2 cause of preventable death in the United States and disproportionately impacts our underserved communities.
I care because obesity is a complex disease affecting millions of people globally.
I care because 1 in 3 Americans have obesity, and obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States.
I care about obesity because I just hung up the phone with a teacher who has a planned exclusion for bariatric surgery and has reflux so bad she can't work. I think everybody should have access to care for medical or surgical treatments to improve their health.
I care about obesity because as a clinical health psychologist, I know that people living with obesity and mental health conditions face bias and stigma every day, and there is no total health without both physical and mental health.
We care about obesity. At Weight Loss Solutions Australia, we are transforming the lives of our patients for a new life of health, happiness, and fulfillment.
I care about obesity because it's personal to me. My dad, my sister, my 2 uncles all have had gastric bypasses, and I've seen the struggles that they've gone through. And unfortunately, my dad and my uncle are no longer with us today.
I care because I know someone that is affected by obesity.
I care because I'm affected by obesity. Those of us affected by obesity should be treated with dignity and respect.
I care about obesity because it is a chronic disease that I battle every single day of my life. And it's important to me to fight for access to care, just like every other chronic disease receives, and care that is non-biased, non-stigmatizing, and compassionate. It's what all of us facing obesity deserves.
I care about obesity because it affects millions of people nationwide, and it's a terrible epidemic.
I care because every individual who wants access to obesity treatment deserves to have it.
It is very important to focus on this complex disease, which is chronic and which has been stigmatized by us in our society for a long time. So let's all join hands to spread awareness and change the way we care for and about obesity.